Welcome to Tech Talk Central. I'm Nathan.
And I'm Sarah.
Ever find yourself just staring at laptop specs, trying to figure out which touchscreen model is actually right for you?
Happens all the time.
Well, today we're diving deep into two really popular ones, the HP TPN-I139 and the Lenovo IdeaPad.
Yeah, we're going to try and help you figure out which one might be your better pick. We've looked at the specs, the user reviews, all that good stuff.
Exactly. We've boiled it down so you get the key info without getting lost in the details.
Right.
Okay, so let's kick things off with the HP TPN-I139. First thing you notice, that screen.
It's big.
It really is.
Yeah.
17.3 inches. It's an HD Plus touchscreen, 1600 by 900 resolution, bright view, 250 nits brightness, so great for having multiple windows open, maybe watching movies.
Though maybe not super sharp text compared to full HD, right, at that size and resolution.
Good point. Under the hood, it's got an Intel Core i3-N305 processor. That's 8 cores, 8 threads, boosting up to 3.8 gigahertz.
Decent for everyday tasks.
Yeah, and look at this, 32 gigs of RAM. That's quite a lot.
It is, especially at this price point.
And the storage is kind of interesting. It's a combo. You get a 128 GB eMMC drive.
Which is usually for the OS, makes it boot fast.
Right. And then a main 1 TB PCIe NVMe M.2 SSD for your files and apps. Pretty speedy setup overall. Comes with Windows 11 S mode. Keep that in mind. Price-wise, new. It's hovering around $614. Used, like new, maybe closer to $520.
Okay, so what are people actually saying about it? The customer feedback is kind of key here.
Definitely.
Well, folks generally praise it. Easy setup, feels like good quality, good value for the money. That large screen is a big plus for many, and they find it speedy enough for, general use. Browsing, documents, that kind of thing.
Might hurt. There's usually a but.
There is. Some users have had mixed experiences with functionality. We saw reports mentioning, like, Wi-Fi dropping out quite a bit.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, or things like Outlook just quitting after a couple of days. So it seems like it's a solid choice for students, maybe casual home users.
But maybe not your primary machine if you need absolute rock-solid reliability for heavy work or gaming.
Exactly. Not really positioned as a powerhouse for intense stuff.
Gotcha. Okay, let's pivot then. Let's talk about the Lenovo IdeaPad.
Great.
This one's got a 15.6-inch screen, so a bit smaller than the HP.
But it's full HD.
Right, 1920 by 1080 resolution. It's an IPS touchscreen too, 300 nits. So sharper picture, probably better viewing angles, and a bit brighter.
That makes a difference for photo viewing video?
Definitely. Processor here is also an Intel Core i3, 6 cores, 8 threads, but it clocks higher, up to 4.43 gigahertz.
Which might make single-core tasks feel a bit snappier sometimes.
Could be. Now, the memory and storage, this is where the Lenovo really makes a statement. It can go up to 40 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM.
Wow, 40 gig.
And storage. Up to 2.5 terabytes total. That includes a main 2 TB SSD.
Huge.
And it comes bundled with a 512 GB docking station set. Seems like an external storage bonus.
Okay, that's a massive amount of space and RAM.
Plus, it runs Windows 11 Pro. Not S mode, the full Pro version.
Big difference for flexibility and business use.
And they throw in a lifetime Microsoft Office license.
That's a significant value add. No subscription fees for Office.
Plus some earphones, plus Sarah brand, apparently. All this for around $600. Pretty competitive.
Very. So how does this one translate in daily use, according to users?
What are they saying?
People seem to find it sleek, lightweight, very fast to boot up that SSD, working hard, streaming is smooth, battery life gets good marks too.
And that Office license is a huge selling point for many.
Absolutely. Productivity right out of the box. But there's a key limitation people need to know about.
Uh-oh, what's that?
The USB-C ports, they don't support video output.
Oh, so you can't connect an external monitor through USB-C?
Nope. You're limited to just one external monitor, and that has to be through the dedicated HDMI port.
Okay, that could be a deal breaker for someone wanting a dual monitor setup on the go.
Definitely something to consider. And there were a few sort of isolated reports of the device just not turning on initially. Might be early batch issues, hard to say, but worth noting.
Right. Okay, so let's put them side by side. You're listening, trying to decide. What's the bottom line?
Well, you've got the HP with that bigger 17.3-inch screen. Great if screen real estate is your top priority for, say, multitasking or just wanting a larger view.
Yeah, more immersion.
But then the Lenovo gives you that sharper, brighter 15.6-inch full HD display. Better for visual detail, maybe easier on the eyes for reading text.
And the Lenovo bundles in Windows 11 Pro in that lifetime Office. That's pretty compelling for work or school right away.
Huge plus. Whereas the HP has Windows 11s, which you might want to switch out of, and no included Office.
Then there's storage and RAM. The Lenovo potentially offers way more on both fronts, especially with that massive 2.5 TV option.
Right, massive capacity there. However, that display output limitation on the Lenovo.
Back to that. So if you know you need to connect two external monitors sometimes,
The HP might actually be the more flexible option, despite its other specs, just because it likely doesn't have that specific USB-C limitation, though you'd want to double-check its port capabilities.
so it boils down to bigger screen on the HP versus sharper screen, more software value, and potentially way more storage and RAM on the Lenovo.
Pretty much.
Hmm.
And balancing that against the external display needs, it really depends on your workflow and priorities.
Okay, makes sense. And thinking about that, here's something to chew on.
Hmm?
We're looking at Core i3 processors in both, albeit modern ones. They're great for now, for these kinds of tasks, but how will they hold up in, say, 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, that's the big question.
With AI becoming more integrated, software potentially getting heavier, will an i3 still feel sufficient? Or will you find yourself wishing you'd aimed a bit higher sooner than expected?
It's that constant tech question, isn't it? Balancing today's budget and needs with future-proofing? Always tricky.
It really is. Food for thought as you make your choice.
Definitely.
All right, that wraps up our deep dive today. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Yeah, hope this helped clarify things a bit between the HP and the Lenovo.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel, Tech Talk Central, for more breakdowns like this.
And remember, if you want to check out the latest prices or find deals on either of these laptops,
Check out the links we've put in the description below. Thanks again for joining us.